The Albuquerque Journal recently reported on a rapid transit proposal for the city. The city is seeking funding to help pay for a 10-mile system for express buses along Central. Laura, the big question every time this comes up is, will people actually ride the bus? But even a question before that, will people actually who may not be inclined to ride it up and down Central pay for that bus? Where are we on like a community-wide agreement on rapid transit transportation here, do you think?
I think we're split. I don't think it's completely. I think there's a lot of people who would support it. It's a great idea. It would certainly, I think, put us into, I guess, into more of the present, like other cities who are doing this kind of thing and revitalizing their downtown area and so forth. But I don't know that a lot of people who don't frequent, the downtown area or the Nob Hill area necessarily find any value in it. I think we would have to really change our culture. We don't have a culture of public transportation very much here for many reasons, and I think that's something that this could help, but it's also something we need to be careful about in investing.
Interesting. Joey Peters, sorry about that. On the last segment, I want to get you in on this one. The idea, this has been kicking around since Mayor Marty, certainly. He did that whole Portlandia tour, I call it, where he had Greg Payne go out there and talk about Portland and show visions of Portland. Suddenly we're supposed to be the next Portland. But we're Albuquerque. And there are needs here for transportation. But is this the right way to go for the city?
Well, it seems like a scaled back version of what Marty Chavez envisioned. It seems to me like it's how do we make the bus not like the bus as much as possible?
Because stigma about buses? Is that what you're inferring there? There has to be.
Well, I know I'm never excited to ride the bus. So, and I think a lot of this is a aesthetic thing. It's making it. They're calling it a subway with a view, but I think a subway with a view is a light rail.
Yes. I tease on that because studies, in fact, Merritt Allen, do show that folks won't ride the bus, but they will ride a streetcar. It's a very interesting monorail, interesting dynamic. But the question begs, Laura makes a good point. The mayor, and let's take a side here for a quick second, he's trying to bring us into some kind of modernity, it seems to me. You got to have transportation. You have to have rapid transit in a burgeoning, growing city. If you want walkability, if you want neighborhoods to come up, there's been many studies showing at stops, you can have economic development happen. What's the matter with that plan, and why are folks so opposed to it, though?
Honestly, I don't know, because if it were, I think, staged right and marketed right, I'm planning to go to Shakespeare on Civic Plaza on Saturday. And I think it would be awesome to park at Hotel Andaluz, have a drink, walk to Civic Plaza, hop a bus, park once, hop a bus, go back to Nob Hill and have dinner, and then go back to my car. So I think it's very much packaging, making the bus not a bus. One thing I've seen, another Silver City reference, we have a subsidized transit system, very minor, it's called Correcaminos. Well, millennials, and it's for people who can't drive, shouldn't be driving, etc. Well, millennials love it because after hours, it's the drunk bus.
I see.
But if you run at the hours so that we've got college students riding it, and then you realize you can get downtown and to the museums this way, suddenly, I think you could get something there. I think transit, very much like I see the Rail Runner the same way. It's an extension of our road system and our road costs, and should be considered, with the same importance.
Interesting. Winthrop Quigley in the Journal, Joey had two good pieces. One not proposing, but talking about the idea. Then on Thursday, a follow-up, he got a lot of feedback. A lot of folks are just not into this idea. And does this fit into what Laura said originally about this is a thing we have to learn, a cultural thing. It's just not what we've done. But I will say, has anyone been to Phoenix lately and seen that amazing rapid transit system they've designed and now have running? It could be argued they wouldn't have been into this 10 or 15 years ago. It's a killer system now. What do you think?
Yeah, I think cities like this in the Southwest that really are sprawly as can be, really do need to figure out ways. We're going to be competing with cities like Denver and Phoenix, like you say, and having something like this close to the college could, bring more college students.
Exactly. Dennis, you've been covering this for a bunch of time, and I want to propose this to you. Is it part of the resistance, in fact, because it's an incomplete plan? And what I mean by this is, why not put down a 20-year plan that encompasses this entire city? So a lot of folks can get an idea about what rapid transit could do for them in their own personal lives versus just going on to Central. A lot of folks have talked about that.
I think people do want to use public transportation out here, but it's very difficult simply because of the way the system is designed. Rather than spending $100 million on a 10-mile stretch of Central Avenue, spend that money and buy more buses, run them more frequently on Monal, on Montgomery, on Wyoming, on Louisiana. Sure. Let me give you a stat. This is from the U.S. Census Bureau. In the 1st Congressional District, 311,764 people working over the age 16. That's 311,000. The number of people who actually take public transportation to work, U.S. Census Bureau, 5,018, 1.6%. Huh. They're not using it. And I was frustrated when I came here. I came from a place that had the most incredible public transportation system in the universe. And it was awful. I wanted to get to work, but you can't. So, no, you've got Rapid Ride on Central. You've got other buses on Central. Why do we need this? And right now, if you wanted to do the scenario that you laid, you could still do that. You don't need a bus rapid transit system to do that. It's already there. I just think people would prefer a more widespread, better coverage everywhere else.
Yeah, let's see how this works out. This is interesting. That's all the time we have for this week, though. Join us online to hear these guys take on Rachel Dolezal, the NAACP leader from Spokane, who received national attention after it was reported by local media that she is white but has claimed to be black for a decade. I'm Gene Grant. If you want to share comments on this show or let us know what you'd like to see us cover in the future, get in touch with our team online at NewMexicoInFocus.org. And as always, we appreciate your time and effort to stay informed and engaged. And we'll see you next week in Focus. Get a preview of what's coming up on the next New Mexico in Focus. It's easy. Sign up for our weekly email at NewMexicoInFocus.org.